Also, Sunny back again with another video. The PlayStation 5 Pro console reveal has just dropped. Let's take a look at it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell notified when I do go live. Put that thing in 4K. PS5 Pro reveal, PlayStation 5 Pro full technical presentation. Mark Cerny, PS5 lead architect.
PlayStation 5 Pro, and how it advances gaming technology. But first, I want to take just a minute to look at what we put in the original PlayStation 5 and how it delivers an exceptional gaming experience. When PS5 debuted in 2020,
it's kind of crazy. PS5 dropped in 2020. It does not feel like it's been out for 4 years already.
And enable high-speed
or 3 years, I should say.
With character counts reaching into the hundreds and frame rates that can be as high as 120 frames a second.
Yeah, even though 95% of the games don't reach that high of a frame rate.
Which can render anything from intricate details to fantastic worlds with vast panoramas to explore. Ray tracing allows for dramatic visual improvements, including reflections off of water or glass, and the realism that comes from real-time global illumination. A custom SSD can load data at breathtaking speed, resulting in ultra-fast transitions between game worlds and data streaming rates so high that traversal speeds are essentially unlimited.
You okay? I'm working on it!
Tempest 3D audio tech brings an unparalleled sense of immersion to the sound of the games.
What game is that?
With audio so real, you may not even need to see the enemies to know exactly where they are.
If you guys want to play a game that like shows you the power of a PS5, Returnal was like one of the very first and few games when the PS5 first came out that literally showed you next gen like gaming.
Finally, the DualSense controller has haptics that let you feel through your hands what your character is experiencing inside of the game. It's wonderful to see such variety and richness of game experiences. Creators have made amazing use of the hardware capabilities, but when I talk to them, I do hear about their desire for more graphics performance. The dreams of the developers are bigger than can be supported at 60 frames per second, and that leads to an aspect of modern gaming that we're all familiar with: graphics modes. It can be a difficult choice for players.
You always go with
emphasize
performance.
The visuals, typically through higher resolution rendering.
Because this is what I talk about when they talk about this whole 120 frames. The GPU can be pushed to 120 frames per second. 90% of the games that are on next gen, they can't be pushed to that. And if they do, they'll start stuttering. You'll drop frames. The game will be unplayable. Your system might actually crash. You might blue screen. You always just go with performance. Performance, make sure you get it balances everything out. Make sure you get a high frame rate, clean mechanics. Just keep it on performance. Even on my PC, bro, I still run stuff at performance mode. I don't crank stuff to its max level because 90% of games, again, cannot handle it. Even though if they say it can, they really can't.
Might also have enhanced detail or use more ray tracing. But the games only run at 30 frames per second. The visuals can be choppier and the controls less responsive.
What I just say? Visuals can be choppy, the controls less responsive, aka unplayable. And again, this is next gen, bro. Why am I getting 30 frames per second on next gen console? It should be 60 frames per second bare minimum for any freaking setting. Performance, fidelity, balance, whatever.
Performance modes emphasize frame rate and interactivity, typically choosing to run at 60 frames per second. Mainly by reducing the graphical detail until those frame rates can be achieved.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I want the game to run and I want to enjoy the game. I don't care how clean it looks if it does not run right. Point blank, period.
To decide on a mode,
and again, why are we still experiencing this with a next-gen game?
Removing that decision,
with next-gen gaming,
narrowing that divide is one of the key targets for PlayStation 5 Pro. We want to give players the graphics that the game creators aspire to, at the high frame rates that players typically prefer. To do that, PS5 Pro substantially improves over PlayStation 5 in 3 ways. Here's what we call the Big 3.
Okay, the Big 3: larger GPU, advanced ray tracing, AI-driven upscaling. So we get some more AI, some more Skynet getting into our gaming. All right, let's see what they say.
First, we made the GPU much larger and increased the speed of the memory it uses. The result is rendering that's up to 45% faster.
45% faster rendering.
Second, we made major upgrades to the ray tracing, taking a streamlined and accelerated approach that allows calculation of the rays at double or even triple the speeds of PlayStation 5. And finally, we added custom hardware for machine learning and an AI library called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR for short. PSSR analyzes the game images pixel by pixel and can add an extraordinary amount of detail, which boosts the effective resolution of the games. Game creators are adding PS5 Pro support to new and existing titles, and with the Big 3 involved, the results can be pretty amazing, with graphics showing something...
Keyword: can be. 90% of games would not be able to do this.
like fidelity levels of detail, but it doubled the frame rate. Here's The Last of Us Part 2 running on PS5 Pro. It has huge amounts of detail and targets a super smooth 60 frames per second.
It looked like PlayStation 5 version.
Let's compare this to the fidelity mode on PS5.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Do the PS5 performance version. I know PS5 fidelity is supposed to be the crispier image. They're supposed to do more detailed image, but now it's running at 30 frames per second. Do the performance version of this at 60 frames per second. It'll look just like this PS5 Pro. I damn near guarantee you will not be able to tell the difference. With this, you tell the difference because this is 30 frames per second versus 60 frames per second. Like, nah. You ain't slick, Sony.
Which is only running at 30 frames per second.
No shit, you're losing frames. This is at 60 frames. Like, no, bro.
It's therefore much choppier.
Don't stop! We gotta lose.
This goal of delivering almost fidelity-like graphics at performance frame rates has been achieved for a broad set of titles, including Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I don't get why they're doing this fidelity versus
Clank
PS5 Pro.
We can
Pretty
see
sure
that
it's
PS5
just running
Pro
on
is close to doubling the power
performance.
of PlayStation 5.
Yeah, why didn't you do PS5 Pro? I mean PS5.
Another way
Do
to
the
compare two
PS5
consoles is to look at PS5 Pro versus
performance.
performance mode on PS5.
Yeah,
both of
there you
which
go.
target 60 frames per second.
Do that.
What we
How much different does this look right now? I still feel like this is fidelity. I'm not gonna hold you. Even though they say performance, I still feel like this is fidelity. I've played The Last of Us Part 2 on the remastered of the first one, second one, and it looked like this on the PS5. I'm sorry. It looked just like this. And again, depending on your monitor, you can get this right now on your PS5. I'm telling you. But you can literally crank out these details of shadows, textures, after images if you playing this on PC. But if you playing on PS5, trust me, it don't look that far off here. I feel like this they did something with like the editing to make this look like worse than this. Because if this is what the game actually looked like when I was playing on PS5 on performance, nah, you can literally go check my Last of Us Part 2 playlist. I played the whole game, Part 2. I played Part 1 and Part 2, but I got Part 2 up right now. And go look at it and tell me if it don't look down there just like this as opposed to this. Even though this is PS5, quote-unquote, performance, I don't remember this game looking this bad. I feel like I would have commented on it if it looked this, quote-unquote, like, choppy. This just looked choppy just in a still image. Like, nah.
see here is a difference in detail. PS5 Pro is much sharper and crisper than PS5. For this, my favorite is the parade scene from Ratchet & Clank. Distant details are much clearer.
Yeah, but who cares? I don't care about what the tree looked like 100 yards away, bro. Does the game run good? Some people care about this type of stuff. But the majority of your consumers who buy these consoles, they do not. I'm sorry. That's just the reality of
And
it.
here we can see Marvel's Spider.
Like, it's a little bit brighter as far as the Pro, you know, the shadows, but bruh, like I played Spider-Man 2 on PS5. Game looked freaking amazing. Running on performance, it looked crispy. That's why I'm like, I don't know about this, if this is legit PS5 performance mode at 60 frames per second. It just don't look, this don't look 60 frames per second. No offense. But I don't know.
Spider-Man 2 is noticeably higher resolution throughout the scene, including the trees and procedural cars. So overall, some remarkable improvement to the games. On PS5 Pro, we can see increased sharpness to the graphics or smoother and more responsive gameplay. This is the big three showing their value. As you've been seeing, machine learning via the PSSR library is being used quite broadly to add pixel detail and boost frame rate. But there are as many approaches as there are game engines. The increase in raw GPU power is being especially effective for
that is a big upgrade though.
West.
A larger GPU.
Apart from the detail boost, that extra graphics power is allowing for improvements to lighting and visual effects.
That definitely will improve the gaming
and
experience
in cinematics.
Open up, guys. Jorav's orders.
Good enough for me.
Ray tracing is finding broad usage as well, particularly when the games are focused on higher frame rates. The faster hardware in PS5 Pro can make a real difference. Allowing Gran Turismo 7 to add ray-traced reflections between
I hate when they show Gran Turismo to test out a video game, bro. It's so easy to make a race car game, quote unquote, look like, bro, race car games been looking the same for the past like 9-10 years, bro. They don't look no better or worse. It's a car. It's a car and a road. Like, it don't, I hate when they use this to try to test out the performance or like the quality of gaming or like how sharpness or the textures and stuff. Like, bro, these cars have looked like this since PS4. I feel like it ain't, this game, Forza, Gran Turismo, like racing games, the cars look like how they're going to look for the rest of the time, bro. No offense. This doesn't show me how much the GPU is improving, how much the damn AI is upscaling, how much the damn what was the last one? The ray tracing, like the ray tracing, the upgrade in the GPU and the AI. This doesn't really show me anything. These games have looked the same for like 5-10 years.
Cars in gameplay, while continuing to support their targeted 60 frames per second. That boost in ray tracing is also delivering big wins for Hogwarts Legacy, allowing not only for better reflections
making
and a greater
sequel to
variety
Hogwarts
of
Legacy
surfaces, but also for further realism in the casting
That
of
game should have been
shadows.
so much better than what it was.
I hope you've
Should've been
enjoyed
so
this
much better.
run-through of the technology behind PlayStation 5 Pro. Simply put, it's the most powerful console we've ever built, and a worthy addition to the PS5 family. Let me wrap this up by giving you a quick look at a number of games running on the new console.
All right, what it look like? It looked like the PS5.
Don't let me hang it.
It looked like the Slim.
Close your eyes. It'll be worth it.
Okay.
How much is this thing? Vertical stand sold separately. Didn't they do this for the PS5 Slim? Like, and I think like you have to buy like the disc reader for it separately too if you want it. I don't know if the PS5 Pro comes with a disc reader or not. I mean, if it comes like where you can take this off and attach a disc reader. So it's going to be $699, so $700, so like $750. It's available November 7th. That's next month. I mean, that's in 2 months. Wow. $700. Would y'all buy this? $700 for a PS5 Pro. Vertical stand sold separately. And the way that this one is built is not, it doesn't even look like it's built to sit on its side. It looks like it's built to stand vertically. Like the PS5, the original one, it's like it has like a flat, like the way it was constructed, it's like it could have went either way, like without a stand. With this one, it doesn't look like you can sit this on its side. Like if you set this on its side, you might like ruin it. And like I said, I'm pretty sure the disc reader is sold separately. $700, so $750. About $750 for a PS5 Pro. Are you guys getting this? Is this worth it? I say no. If you have a PS5, you're good. I would wait until PS6. I would wait whatever 3, 4, 5 years until PS6, and especially if you have a PC, you're really good. Keep upgrading your GPU. You know, keep upgrading your CPU. Keep upgrading your memory slots, your fans. Just keep updating your PC. If you're interested in, if you don't have a PS5 yet, if you still in last gen consoles, get you a PS5. Just get a regular PS5. But I mean, if you want the latest and greatest, get you a PS5 Pro. It's up to you at the end of the day. But I would say I'll tell people at this point, since with like almost a year of having a PC like that I built myself, I would say invest in a PC. And if you're about to spend $750 on a console, bro, you might as well save up $300 more and just start building a PC. For like $1,500, you can get you a decent PC. You know what I mean? Depending on if you just want to just play video games on it, not stream, or like do multiple like creative like editing and all that junk. But if you just want to play video games on it, bruh, you'll have the Xbox Game Pass and you'll have the PC. Now, at the end of the day, you won't have a PS5 exclusive. That's the only thing. I always tell people, if you're going to have a console, I feel like if you just look at the market of games and like exclusive games, you should pick a PS5. There's always going to be more and overall just like better exclusive games for a PS5. And then if you want to have a PC and a console, have a PS5, get you a PC. I feel like that's like the two best options as far as like keeping a console and having a PC. A PC, PS5. $750. What do y'all think? Does Sony have y'all? Y'all getting this on drop? Y'all waiting? Will this be a Black Friday pickup when they drop it, for 50, drop $100 off of it or whatever? Like I said, I would just get you a PS5 or get you a PC. Yeah, because the fact, like, again, this does not come with the vertical stand. You have to buy that, and I think a vertical stand is $30. And if I'm not mistaken, when the PS5 Slim came out, the disc reader was like $80 to buy that to attach to the digital, because the PS5 Slim only came digital. And then they started making like disc reader versions, but like the actual disc reading attachment for this only version is this digital version is like $80. So you're really spending $750 plus the $850. $830 plus tax. So like $840, might as well be $850 plus the stand, which is $30, $880. You're spending damn near $900. Pretty much, you might as well, at that point, it's $1,000. What I just say, get you a PC, build you a PC. You know what I mean? Find some parts. You don't have to have the greatest GPU, greatest CPU, the most expensive to have a decent, smooth running PC. At that point, like I said, $1,000 at that point, just look into PC or just get you a PS5. You can get hella games for it. You know what I mean? You can get your headset, your extra controllers and all that. If you're about to spend $800 plus to put this PS5 Pro together, and it's not really doing anything new. And I also heard that the PS5 Pro finally comes with 2 terabytes of memory. And it's like, Sony is so disrespectful because this is supposed to be next gen when the PS5 and Xbox Series S or Xbox Series One, whatever that, I don't know what the Xbox version of the next gen is, but I think it's one. But when the new gen, the next gen gaming came out, everyone was like, "Oh, we're finally going to get at least a terabyte of hard drive for our consoles." We're still here. We're still here with the 750. I still have 750 out the box for a PS5. With the PS5 Pro, it comes with, I think, 2 terabytes, which is probably like 1.5 terabytes of storage, which is great. Newsflash, it ain't that a lot of games, so you're not going to use that anyway. But it's like the simple fact that now y'all want to put the 2 terabytes or the terabyte of memory in it for this console when this isn't even the official next gen console. It's just an update to a next gen console. You know what I mean? I feel like it's such a slap in the face. Like, I feel like the original next gen consoles, the PS5 and the Xbox One or S, I feel like those should have been held back like 6 months to a year if they weren't. I don't feel like they were ready, because even when you look at like the market of games that came out and just like the updates and stuff that they have for games and just all the news when the next gen consoles dropped, you could just tell these companies weren't ready. They were just trying to get something out. I feel like Xbox only released its console because PlayStation was releasing its, or vice versa. But yeah, PS5 Pro, like I said, in my opinion, I would just get, if you don't have a next gen console yet, just get you a PS5, bro. And if you already have a PS5 and you're thinking about getting a new like gaming console, invest into a PC. This has been Old Soul Sunny. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. That bell is notified when I do go live. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.